Why, hello, and welcome to Thrice Upon a Time, a collection of fairy tale and folklore in which we explore...
Monday, it's extreme. Witness visiting the Grand Canyon, sly contracts, and the power of the human heart.
What we're going to do here for you today...
And then, the battle you've all been waiting for. Snow White versus the evil stepmother in an MMA deathmatch. Who's the toughest of them all?
Can you stop?
But what?
No. Stop.
Flames!
Enough to you're weirding them out!
That's extremely good.
You keep thinking that, buddy. Can we get on with the show?
Okay. But I want you to know, you're no longer considered extremely mindful, okay? No longer extreme.
This is Thrice Upon a Time!
Brought to you by two handsome travelers known to most as Narrator 1 and Narrator 2.
And I suppose the UL Drama Society helped too, and perhaps we should mention the writers whose humble efforts created these worlds, the author of Grimm, Shauna McNamara, and Rory Butler.
And let's not forget our prize directors, Cara, Isabel, and Susie.
We're going to explore some folklore!
According to a 5-minute Google search, magical elements, some villains, epic fighting, and lessons are all important parts in the creation of a folktale.
Mm-hmm. This storytelling art form has been explored in many ways throughout the years, but today...
we're doing something completely new.
Now you get it. In the case of a magic-related disaster, the fire exits are located here at the front and down the steps at the back.
That's right. We hope everyone's on their best behavior today. Please keep phones off and on silent, off or on silent, and show your respect to the performers and crew who brought this show to life.
Hey you! You're looking suspicious. Are you sure you haven't planned something? Are you sure? You promise? Okay. Keep an eye on that one.
The show will be broken up into 2 parts separated by a short intermission. Outside, there will be a selection of tea and snacks for you to enjoy at your discretion.
We hope you have a wonderful show, and thank you so much for coming here today. As for now, let us begin.
What are we beginning?
The show, of course. This is the Brothers Grimm Spectacular-thon!
Here's a little background to begin.
Brothers Grimm were brothers named Grimm. They are dead. But in the period before they died, they blessed us with 209 fairy tales we all know today.
Actually, the Brothers Grimm did not write 209 fairy tales that we all know today. They were frauds. We should dig them up and spit on their corpses.
No, I'm just saying they were collectors of stories.
Never mind that last part.
And these stories have become extremely popular. We all know them today.
Such classics as The Wolf and the 7 Young Kids,
A Pack of Ragamuffins!
and Straw, Coal and Bean.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Oh yeah, Straw, Coal and Bean. Only the greatest fairy tale ever written. I'm literally crying by the end. It's freaking amazing. I can't even look at Straw, Coal, or Beans the same way anymore.
What's it about?
No idea.
Right. No, these may not be household names, but some of them have been immortalized in film and television.
Of course, they've all been changed by the mouse to fuel their enormous octopus-like animation empire that crushes your soul in a death grip of happy songs and talking objects. I can't even say their name aloud right now because we're looking for a way to sue me. You won't win, rodent.
Right. What we're going to do here for you today, folks, is bring these stories back to their original glory. We have assembled the greatest troupe of actors the world has ever seen, and in just the short time we have, we are going to tell you all 209 fairy tales of Brothers Grimm.
That's like 3 stories per minute.
Or a different number if you actually know math. And we're going to keep the original endings intact.
Blood, violence, death, people being cut open with scissors.
And to make things even more difficult, we are going to tell them as originally intended.
That's all one enormous mega super story.
Are you ready?
I'm so excited. I felt like I'm about to throw up. Does anyone have a hat? No? Okay.
stories about wolves. Her mother died in childbirth. She was abandoned by her father, who could spend shrine to gold. He made a series of deals with elves that they could help him make shoes. And I think there was a talking fox in there somewhere.
And she was beautiful.
Because no one cares about ugly people.
I care about other people.
Well, no one cares about you. Anyway, there was a girl.
This girl was poor, dirt poor. So poor, she couldn't even afford dirt.
Yeah, for sale! Yeah, for sale! Come on and get your lovely dirt! Oi, you! Get your hands off the merchandise!
I shall flood the ground with my tears.
Oi! Stop it! Oh, you're getting it all wet! It's nothing but mud now, isn't it? Mud for sale! Mud for sale! Come on and get your mud!
If only I knew where my father, who could spend shrine to gold and talk to wolves and make deals with the elves and who was also acquainted with a talking fox, was.
Excuse me, I couldn't help overhearing your tale of misery and woe. Tell you what, I will grant you your heart's greatest desire if you give me only one small thing.
That sounds like a good idea. I won't even ask what the thing is because I'm so innocent and trusting.
Excellent, I vanish.
What a nice lady.
Hey there, hot stuff. Oh wait, that's me.
Are you a prince?
Of darkness. Oh, that was a good one. I've got to tell it to the humans back home. Now, I happen to reveal a little tale of misery and woe, and I'm here to help.
Well, actually, I
Just sign this one small contract, and you shall conceive a daughter so beautiful the very earth would want to keep her, but in a platonic way, nothing kinky.
Sounds good. Boy, what a busy street.
Hello there.
Ah! You're hideous and deformed.
I have a great bargain for
My
you.
body recoils as you approach.
I get that a lot.
Why has God's creation been so perverted?
You want to hear my offer or not?
Sure. You seem trustworthy, and I don't judge people by their appearances.
Listen, I can make you rich. Rich beyond your wildest dreams. And I only kind of want.
Can I have my own bow like the Titanic? I mean, before it sank, with Leonardo DiCaprio in it when he was 21 and not into the strange stuff?
He was still doing stuff, he just wasn't advertising it. Point is, I can make you rich. Not so rich as the Titanic, but rich enough. And I only require one small thing.
Sounds good.
Do you want to know what the thing is?
No, I trust you.
Very well then. It was a good day for the girl. She fell in love with the prince.
Hey! You're conventionally attracted.
I am commercially attractive, yes.
Let's get married.
Score!
She grew very rich.
Hey, I just tripped over this giant pot of gold. What are the odds?
Score!
And she conceived the child.
Whoa, how'd that happen?
Well, you see, kids, when a prince and a princess love each other very much, they, through magic, the magic of the devil, that's where babies come from.
The baby's coming!
Push! Breathe.
I'd be dead if I wasn't breathing. You should think before you speak.
The miracle of childbirth.
You can do it, honey.
I hate you, I hate you, I hate you.
Focus your anger. Focus your anger. Hey, a child. She's so beautiful. Wait, we're going with Rapunzel? I liked Amber.
That was the name of your ex-girlfriend.
We were just friends.
Then why do you keep her letters?
And their child grew older.
You're going to wear your hair like
dinner, so go wash your hands.
You can't tell me what to do.
Don't talk to your mother like that. She sort of assaulted a devil just to have you.
I don't care. I didn't ask to be born. I'm going out.
You're not walking out of this house, young lady.
I do what I want. You don't know me.
I'm your mother.
So I'm going to go out and hang out with Frog Prince.
You're gonna get bored.
I'm not gonna listen to this. I'm gonna go play golf.
We're going to run away together and have tadpoles and...
And just then,
Your time is up.
I have returned.
hey, I was walking through the neighborhood. I remembered I was supposed to get something 18 years ago from that girl. I was like, oh my god, I was here. Funny.
What do you want?
Your child. My deal was
I'm
first.
the devil. No one gets
There
me.
wouldn't even be a
Stop!
child.
Mom,
What?
how many deals did you make?
Just 3, and I may have sold your hand in marriage to a talking rabbit, but what? It was dark, and I really needed the money, and the baby, and the prince, but really just the money and the baby.
I can't believe you. I hate you. I'm so out of here. Why do you think I'm in therapy, huh? You've ruined my entire life.
Oh, don't be so melodramatic. So you go with the devil?
Thank you. Told you I'd pray his name.
Or with the other witch woman, or the freaky ugly short guy.
You can guess my name, or at least
Can I take Rumpelstiltskin for 500?
Damn!
And the little man stomped his feet so hard they broke the floor. And when he tried to pull them out, they broke in half. Good.
I'm not cleaning that up.
Now that that horrid little man is gone, I will take Rapunzel.
Excuse me? I'm the devil,
So,
Lord of Darkness, all that. I think I have a little bit more claim than some pathetic little witch.
Enchantress.
Whatever. Witch.
Now's the time, Mom. Let's run.
Mama's trying to watch. Go devil! Go devil!
But, Mom.
What? I just like him better.
I curse you.
I guess you're right back! Do you know what? This is stupid. I'll tell you what. If you sign this one small contract, I'll let you take proposal.
Sounds like a plan.
La 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 la.
Now run along, Rapunzel.
Where are we going?
I built this great tower for you.
But, Mom, I don't want to go with the evil witch.
Yeah, and I didn't want to give birth to a spoiled brat. But you don't always get what you want. Unless you make the deal with the devil and some other weird people. See ya!
So the enchantress took Rapunzel and locked her in a high tower without stairs or a door. As for the girl, meanwhile,
I'm back from my trip. What'd I miss?
The forces of darkness battled it out for our daughter's soul.
Okay. You wanna go to Hawaii?
Rock on!
and the girl lived happily ever after. As for Rapunzel, she grew really long hair because she was a hippie and lived in a tower and didn't bathe because she was a hippie and eventually found her own prince.
But our story is not even remotely finished.
Oh, no, yeah, it is finished. But another has not yet begun.
Where are you going with this?
I have just one question for you. Where did the enchantress come from?
Right. Funny you should ask. Once upon a time, there was a dwarf.
I'm with a little person!
In fact, 2 dwarves.
I'm the dwarf!
The dwarves worked all day in the mines.
I'm working on the rail.
You work in the mines?
Whistle,
Stop! We can't use that song.
I'll do what I want, thanks.
No, it's copyrighted. The mouse will sue us. Anyway, the dwarves sang their happy little song all day in the mines until one day they came home to... As I was saying, the dwarves sang their happy little songs and went all day in the mines until one day they came home to find...
What the heck is that thing?
He's huge. Get away from me. He's going to eat me.
You see, folks, back in those days, people were cannibals. But the first dwarf, who we'll call Dope Sloppy, wasn't afraid.
I like babies, so a baby? I couldn't help but notice. You're in my
Stop.
bed.
This is a children's story.
So, I'm going to jump up and eat you!
Time up. Time up.
What? I'm just going with what my character wants.
You do not get to eat Snow White. You are not the villain of the story.
No. See, I've been doing some character workshops, if you know what that is. And Slappy had a hard life, you know? He was a dwarf, so he was discriminated against. And he worked in the mine, so he had the black lung, the disease. And so he hates the world. He
No,
hates it.
he does not.
And when this giant chick comes into his home and eats all his food, this time,
No, we are doing the story as originally written. Snow White cleans house for the dwarf, then she gets poisoned by an apple, then a prince arrives.
Why do I have to clean the house? Is it because I'm a woman?
yes.
No. It's because you feel sorry for the little dwarves because they're messy and you just want to make everything nice.
I don't see why I have to be the maid. I'm the princess here. They should be cleaning up for me.
All right, she's becoming too much trouble. Let's eat her.
No, we are doing the story as originally written.
Wow. Why don't we let them rewrite it a little bit, right?
I don't think so.
I have an idea. I've been cursed by a witch, and now I have supernatural powers.
Besides, some of these stories are a little, how do you say it? Bad.
Oh, really? These are classic stories. Classic!
And now I can animate zombies.
Am I beautiful?
You're lean, yeah.
So you think I'm skinny?
Have you tried casting tape on eggs? Maybe they really cannot go inside.
Can I tell my version now?
Are y'all gonna need me anytime soon?
Yeah, we're starting over right now. Hey, could you change the lights? Once upon a time, there was a beautiful girl. Fine, you can be Snow White this time.
Green. I've always wanted to be Snow White. I remember my 5th birthday party was a dress-up party, and all my friends came as Ninja Turtles and Boba Fett and that weird purple thing from McDonald's commercials. But I was Snow White. And my mom.
Moving on!
She was the most beautiful girl in the entire kingdom.
I am.
But her stepmother, she was jealous.
Snow White,
Stepmother,
so that's it I see on your face.
you'd like that, wouldn't you?
And I do believe you're gaining a lot of weight.
Not on this body, sister. He's cut tight and streamlined like a racing yacht owned by a particular Colombian drug dealer.
And I think you should tweeze your eyebrows. They're looking puffy.
These eyebrows are snatched like a twin 16 beauty influencer. Alright, who writes some stuff?
Just go with it. And her stepmother went in to gaze into her magic mirror.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who is the fairest of them all?
It's certainly not you, Miss Girl.
Curses!
Hey, that's a really good idea. You should try that.
Meanwhile, Snow White had other plans.
Mirror, mirror, hanging on the door. Why must I be judged by my looks?
It's the social media epidemic, I fear.
Mirror, mirror, hanging over there. How do I make the young people care?
You should put it in a Charlie XCX music video.
That's not a very...
And just then, it was her stepmother.
Stepmother!
Snow White.
Snow White!
Stepmother.
Look at me and no despair, Snow White, for I have an excellent personality, and I'm gorgeous.
Actually, not quite. You sound really mean.
Fine. How about an apple as a piece of furring then?
When are you going to learn? Stepmother, we women shouldn't be judged by our physical appearances, but instead by the contents of our brains.
That apple you just ate? Poisoned.
Alright, experiencing my martial arts skills as I take you down.
Oh, it's on.
And it was a glorious battle.
Go Snow White!
A battle of good versus evil until, finally,
Take that, witch!
Ah, I'm melting. No, actually, I'm bleeding. Ah.
That was so cool!
Like someone else I know.
You're very forward.
I'm a modern woman. Come on, let's get married.
That was enlightening.
thank you.
But the witch actually survived the bit of stabbing.
It's just a flesh wound.
Oh God, stop.
What? It is just a flesh wound. I've had worse.
Can we get through this play without any Monty Python references?
You're no fun.
But wait, where did the dwarf come from?
That's right. The true secret origin here is with this very dwarf. This is a little story I like to call The Devil's Grandmother.
And now, for a special Hallmark Channel presentation, The Devils!
Now that Grandma's gone, I'm just gonna plant these in the garden. It's all I really have left.
A special garden. A garden of love.
Grandma, I heard about Grandpa. Could you use a hug?
Boy, could I.
And thus began a very special relationship between your grandmother and her grandson, who just happened to be the devil.
Can I help you plant these trees, Grandma?
Sure you can, grandson. Just don't let me catch you to that black
Oh.
magic of yours.
Grandma,
Say your horns are getting bigger.
I'm growing up.
So you are. So you are.
But the garden couldn't stay green forever.
Are you okay? What happened, Grandma?
Do I know you?
I'm your grandson, the devil.
Now, where did I put my glasses?
I'm afraid your grandmother has been cursed with memory loss.
No. No, it's not fair. It's not fair, Grandma.
They decided to take one last road trip together.
I've always wanted to go and see the Grand Canyon.
We'll make it there, even though I can't legally drive.
Earthly law shouldn't stop you. Live your dreams.
You're right.
Did you just burn Limerick to the ground by calling the power of Hades?
Shh. Didn't see anything. Forget it.
And maybe along the way, they would learn something about the power of the human heart.
Okay. We ran
But the greatest lesson would be learned at the Grand Canyon.
You know, me and Granddad were simple people. We did simple things. We were supposed to come here for our honeymoon, but there were too many chores to be done. But he would have loved this view though.
I could always take his soul and place him inside a coyote.
Which coyote?
But even special Hallmark Channel movies have sad endings.
Grandma! Grandma!
She didn't make it.
No! No, why, God, why?
Because you're the devil. And I don't like you.
I curse you! And your kingdom!
Yeah, I know. What are you going to do about it?
So, your grandmother didn't have medical insurance? So I'm gonna have to charge you her bills. It's about $25,000.
Did I mention this was set in the United States of America? Curse the American healthcare feed!
And she shrank and shrank and shrank until she became quite small. In fact, she became a dwarf.
Hey, that's not fair.
Curse you, healthcare feed! Go work in the mine!
Is that really how the Brothers Grimm recorded that story?
I mean, it's more of a modern interpretation. We took a few creative liberties.
Well, that is not the end of the story.
Actually, I think it is.
Really? That didn't feel like 29 stories.
Well, we didn't exactly tell them in 3 minutes each either.
Lightning recap.
It all started with a girl.
They all made a few shady contracts involving her firstborn, Rapunzel.
Rapunzel went with the flow and left with the enchantress.
But who was the enchantress?
The evil stepmother, of course.
To who?
Snow White.
And Snow White met a dwarf.
And who was that dwarf?
Tall dwarf?
The doctor who got turned into a dwarf. Who would have thought?
And they all lived happily ever after.
The end. Happily ever after. Who would have thought?
Certainly not me. But that was a fairy tale without a happy ending. It's one of the most important features.
Perhaps, but fairy tales are not the only stories out there. Folklore is all about lessons, and some lessons are more painfully learned than others.
But I thought we were setting ourselves up for a light-hearted adventure. Princesses and knights in shining armor and two narrators who are just one. They're behind you away from the panto experience.
We're doing a production about folklore produced by a bunch of Gen Z artists. Of course things were gonna get grim. What I'm trying to say is, of course we're going to dabble in some mythology. The storytelling art form well known for its unsavory endings.
Ah, right, I see. So what's it gonna be, huh? Thor and Loki dressed in drag to retrieve his magic hammer? What about a musical rendition of Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief?
That one's already been done actually, and we don't have the budget for drag, so.
What about a modern retelling of some very known Irish mythology with Shakespearean poetry?
No, don't be ridiculous. That's not. Nope, that's exactly what we're going to do.
With sword fighting and forbidden love story?
That's exactly correct.
And who might you be?
All will be explained, but in a sense. I'm tapping you out.
Excuse me?
Well, we don't really need you for this one. I mean, you guys are boring and not just the boy.
Not the boy.
Yeah, what can I do, man? Well, the word from the top says you're gonna say this to an out.
I was going to read poetry.
Oh, that is so cute. I love it. Who are you, by the way? Never mind. Who cares? And regarding the poem, don't worry about that. She has it all covered.
Who's she?
Hey, who is he? Where are you going?
What's happening?
What's going on? This wasn't meant to happen.
The czar of gentle hands on weapons not, seem less than likely bad in kinship so. For gentle touches do come here more oft than staggered breath and piercing screams below. But here an expectation surely lies, for themes are often crossed in grounds as those, and those as we are yet to fear cross lines, as fallen into fear for crooked foes. The feeble followers scramble on the stage, and see that it was set here just for me. As sand streams slowly through a turning page, the script is firm, they'll follow and agree. While they attempt to tempt eternity with prayers dashed to be exempt from me.
Oh. Ladies and knaves, I give you war. Folks, we've got a wild night ahead of us, and not the kind you're used to. Well, the night is young, but this audience certainly isn't. Really, guys? I mean, I can hear those knees creaking from all the way up here. What is wrong with you? I mean, the current socio-economic state of the world, paired with the impending doom of civilization, by the way, for which we can only blame ourselves. I know, it ages us all. But you know what? Back in my day, the average lifespan was 26. So, I won't hold it against you. Now, you there, you with the blonde hair, you must be wondering, what on earth are we doing here today, yeah? Huh? Oh, you at the back as well? Gotcha. So, I'm going to tell you something. I am going to tell you war games. Yes, you heard that right. War games. Well, the rules of the first game are simple. We're going to meet our two battling families, and then we're going to see how long it takes for the peaceful negotiation to fall apart and for the war to begin. Do you want to meet our teams? I said, do you want to meet our teams?
Yeah!
That's losers. Of course you do. You won't be otherwise. So, a long time. Damn, buddy, you got it right this time. Guys, a round of applause for the guy playing the music back then. I love it. So, back to the story. A long time ago, or maybe it was no time at all, the Isle of Arran was overrun by cruel and evil gods known as the Famar, beings of pure chaos and romantics that all felt at their mercy. And their leader, I tell you, he was the first of them all. He was big, he was strong, and you know it's him when you see his great, big eye. His eye, yes, name was Balor. And Balor ruled Era with no opposition and is second in command at his side. Bress. Bress was a young god and a powerful one. Well, he had a way with people that Balor never had. Bress valued stability, and that was something that Formol could not do. Bress and Balor fought and bickered. And finally, in the end, Bress left. Labeled a traitor to the people. He took others with him. And he created his own people. He called them the Tua de Tuanek, which means the new gods, and antithesis to the Fomor, their opposites and their enemy, born and raised under their roof. Well, you see, Balor was sighted that day. He had never been so betrayed. So like any normal, well-adjusted person, he formed an army to drive his ex out of Era and back to the other world, where they belonged. First, he collected his daughter. Well, I must say, a wise move, of course. I mean, no one more trustworthy than the women who were imprisoned for the last 100 years. Trust me, dude. There are better ways to inspire child-free lifestyle in your daughters than locking them up in a tower with 15 women. Although it is a great way to inspire lesbianism, I say. That one. God of sea. He is pretty, isn't he? He is the other half of Balor, and Balor adores it. But I can't blame him for that. You see, but the only problem is this. He's a pacifist. I know, gross, right? But yeah, he's a peace-loving fool as hell, and he's here to try to convince Bress to just give up. Okay. Let me tell you one thing, guys. This is not going to work at all.
You really think so?
Shut up, pretty boy. Anyway, while Balor was raising his army, Bress was creating his own. That right there is Bress's apprentice. New to the scene, a vicious warrior, a demon with a sword, a tactical genius. A strategist with an avid interest in the history of sport play and weaponry, currently focusing on Middle Ages. Also has a PhD thesis. Dude, is this
You could have forgot a line there about forging techniques. It was some. You know what? Never mind. Sorry.
Moving ahead, you see, the former doesn't stand a chance. Now. Everything good comes in threes. So tell me, who will be the final warrior to stand at Bress's side?
It's you, isn't it?
Have you ever been called a spoil sport?
No, not really. What?
Yes, it is me, Gaia, god of revelry, fertility, and life. Well, you may have heard me called the sex icon of the century, or that bitch who stole my husband. I was looking for attention more. No, you two guys like so much. Okay, stop. A little less energy, maybe. Because they're only 5-year-olds after all. Don't give them too much. Never mind. The point of all this is, we are about to go to a war. Gods squabble all the time, but this isn't that. This is a war with a capital W-A-R. when God dies, everyone and everything turns to hell. Just so you wait, she is coming. Death. Or maybe she's already here. Who's to know? She's not real. Well, she's got a sense of being, but who's to say what's real or not? Guys, we are gods. And we are about to end this world. Well, the only question is whether or not we do it for good.
Would you ever shut the fuck up?
Ethna, I see you've been let out of your cage.
Eat shit, old man.
Thrice, you would dare stand against the Fomor? Traitor as you are, you would dare face us now, disgraced as you are.
Bold of you to assume that I could give two shits about you or your false gods. I denounce your rule. I founded my own people, and when we win these challenges, the cash prize will be enough to build our kingdom from the ground up.
Wait, cash prize? There's a cash prize?
Oh, okay, my bad, okay. Just a second. Okay, so, when I was talking about the prize, well, I was more talking about like, all the party we would do when we kick their asses, Cash prize. We haven't really invented the money yet, so.
What's money?
Oh, that's the spirit, there you go.
You two dumb over there. I'd hate to interrupt such an intimate moment, but
Oh. You can interrupt any intimate moment you like. You can even, sorry.
ha! You wish I would never stoop so low. Grace, King of the Tear-Handed Dawn, we see you and we greet you. You wish for independence. We can come to some arrangement. Us for more have no lust for needless bloodshed.
You sure about that?
And you are wise and just king. We believe you must feel the same.
You believe. Don't make me laugh. How many people have you killed?
That's a very nice sword you have here. Did you know that swords are one of the rarest weapons on the battlefield? That's because the cost of making a good sword is far higher than built for cardboard.
Makes sense.
Yes, and depending on the variety of environmental and situational factors, a sword wound can take hours to kill you. And if the wound causes a class 4 hemorrhage, meaning the victim has lost over 40% of their blood volume, the body will turn a bluish gray and go into a coma before the heart actually stops.
Also, a fair observation.
And what would this deal include?
You cannot be seriously considered.
Quiet, Dagda.
We would have to cooperate to draw up the terms of the agreement. Us for more would like to keep control of the powers and the sea.
Out of the question.
Compromises must be made on both sides. We will give you your sovereignty over people. We will allow you to build influence free from us. We cannot expect us.
I expect your stuck-up prick of a king to release the island to us and leave.
You can hardly
The
expect.
British undeedful cannot the dreamer press. You are dead to me.
For the English fuckers in the audience, that means I hope that they will break your spine, which can be taken in a number of ways.
Boy, you little... Somebody hold me back!
A planet lies in rhythm well like art, with solemn hearts can cry for company. And nothing starts without a start to start, like pawns and pawns in one for peasantry. And play is something I'm well in tune, like moth to a flame, I rise to flame blood. A symptom written in the walls like runes of sparks fly alight among the mud. And sparks do fly as the stories say they do. But flames are fleeting, few and far between, a pink or a red may seem more of a blue. The tightest tiny ties may tear their seams. even in its lack, and something new can fall through the cracks.
The air is so still. Perfect for a battlefield. You can hear the screams echo. Are you excited? It has been some time since we have wandered the same morning, surfaced the same scream. I have missed this. We used to be something, for sure. And for a while now we've been something else. Something, what's the opposite of scandalous? Doesn't matter. What I mean to say is, you've been absent. Some may suggest you're avoiding me. Oh, I don't know. Some. It's a figure of speech, Horsey.
I see.
Well, aren't you a bundle of joy?
Not often, milady.
Who would have thought?
Most, I think. It's quite generally acknowledged.
Of course. Can you believe this? Here I thought they'd be happy to see me. You look like someone pissed in your boots.
A vivid simile, if ever I heard one.
Why, thank you. I thought it all up by myself. You think I should give the writing career another shot? Okay. Well, that was just rude. Who will die first, do you think? Wait. No spoilers, beautiful. Have you ever thought about holiday? Job's great, don't get me wrong. Love a job I can travel for. I have fun, I see the world, but I don't know. I'd love to go somewhere I've never been before and completely switch off. Like the moon. No alive things on the moon, and no dead things either. It would be nice to watch the sunrise, and I could scream and nobody would hear me. If we went holidaying on the moon, would you come with me? Don't answer that. Of course you would. You think Horsey over there would get that stick out of their arse long enough to join us? Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't you hear me? I asked whether you were going to lighten up for once and have some fun, or...
You may sit.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for your permission.
Is something wrong?
No, of course not.
You look strong.
Thanks. To be expected on a battlefield like this one. A lot of ghosts, a lot of memories.
The warriors have settled in their camps. Preparations for the battle are certainly underway.
Should be good fun. You've got to love a good tragedy.
Romantic tragedy even more so.
You think?
With the players we have playing, that sort of spirit is inevitable.
I guess. We'll liven up the game at least.
She likes games.
Have you spoken with her?
Yeah.
Who else would I be talking about? So, have you?
Haven't we all? She's been less than absent these past few days.
Okay, I don't mean like that. I mean an actual conversation.
Why do you ask?
Well, this is hardly a usual occurrence. A battle among the gods. I was simply curious as to what you thought of it all.
I'm sure I've read.
So, what did she say?
I cannot say.
Okay, well what do you think?
I cannot
Oh,
say.
come on.
I really cannot.
Don't you think this is a significant occasion? The gods were made to live and fall, but never in such abundance. This could change everything.
Yes, I suppose. You think so?
Oh, is that all you've got?
You simply have nothing to say on
Well,
the
that's
matter.
not true, but you always have something to say. And I don't know when you decide to put on such a pleasantly delicate mask of empty-headed diligence, but please, spare me the act. Say something. Anything. Come on, just one word, Dola. I could die for just one. I
this, you know.
I don't know what you could be implying, but I apologize if I've offended you.
Offended
in any way.
me? Do you even realize how fake you are?
I realize you find my composure unsettling. However, I don't see what I can do to change that.
You can be yourself.
I am myself.
Oh, don't try to bullshit me. You haven't always been like this, and certainly not with me.
People change.
We are not people. Not human, nor God, nor creature. I don't know what we are, but people we've never been.
We are something. I thought we had agreed
We
upon that.
were something.
And now we're something
I
else.
want to be something else.
Things change. That's the way of the world.
Yeah. Whatever.
Do you remember the forest fire?
Really?
We sat for hours in that clearing, listening to the screams. And the air turned such a beautiful shade of gray as the sky turned red and night fell upon us. At some point, the air was so choked that the birds started falling from their perches, silent and dead, long before they hit the ground. Their little bones would snap against the earth and poke in shards through their skin. All the bigger creatures had died by then, and the people had stopped screaming, but the fire still crackled and hissed and popped, and we just sat there and listened.
Yes. I remember. I haven't completely lost my mind since we saw each other last. What is the purpose of this?
It was nice. It was a nice day.
Okay.
I wonder how long it'll take this time for the dead to pile up and the cries to quiet on the battlefield.
You're a freak, you know that?
So I've been told.
I waited 200 years to see you, and when I do, you've gone and lost your marbles.
Don't pretend you don't enjoy this just as much as I do.
Yeah, whatever.
It is good to see you again, lady.
Liar. Of course. Robert Jones will know that knows sense. Common sense, really. But the term blacksmithing wasn't coined until like 3,000 years later. I wonder. Of course. 2 years. 2 years. It's a bit about 2 years.
You lost your sword. Oh. Dropped your book as well.
Who goes there?
You're a little slow in the uptake, aren't you, kid?
What are you doing here?
I wanted to see you.
To kill me?
To see you?
Where's my sword?
How would I know? I only noticed that you had lost it, not where it had gone. What are you reading?
History of forging. I'm looking to it 2 years. Did you follow me?
Yes. Why are you reading history books with the Bible only a day away?
I like books. What do you want from me?
I already told you. I wanted to see you. I didn't think I'd see you again.
We don't even know each other.
No. But I know you. It's funny. Well, you've grown so much, and I knew it was you. The moment I saw you.
You shouldn't be here.
No. But I have to come. You need to hear about the prophecy.
Okay, this is coming across as incredibly creepy. Almost talk about it, if I'm being honest. And there's no such things as prophecies.
But there are gods.
Of course, that right there is a call to tendency.
Big words for a man who can't even hold his own sword straight. And there I fall. At least you're smarter than you let on.
As I on, I've never pretended to be anything other than what I am. I suppose it's on you for not being able to get past your first impressions.
I suppose it is. There I thought the prophecy was false. You really are a warrior. Isn't that a crazy turn of events?
Don't know about warrior, more of a scholar myself, but whatever floats your boat.
The prophecy stated that the Lord would be killed by his grandson,
see Tara.
What?
Never mind. I'll go look for her.
Oh. Of course. Tara. Tara. It's always about Tara. Edna, where's Tara? I can't find Tara. If Tara takes a day off, who will write my speeches, or make my meals, or kiss my feet? Tara, where are you? You are my heart. You are my love. I can't live without you. I can't sleep without you. I can't breathe. I can't eat. I can't! Tara, can you see me? What a shame that you are gone. And all that's left, my daughter. A shame. A shame. Do not leave me with my kin! Oh, what a wretched fate to see my child alone. Tara, do not leave me. Tara. Tara. Tara!
Inform the tired creatures comes to pass, the present casting shadows to their eyes. At last, the last, a sight again to glass, aghast at psychic flies among the stars. Inform forbidden lovers, love is lost, to see the sweet fresh air like bloody blades. So best to best the urge to worship flesh, when death is here to bless and beg for aid. Inform the crooked followers yet to free, this hollow haunted field that calls for prey, and prays like prey with claws like gleaming teeth and teeth like sights, till sight has not to say. Here players care to live or lie. Their lovers love to lose or die.
Hey, come back, Indian. I don't think you'll get that souvenir from me.
Please, I want it though.
Give it back.
Okay, fine. Fine. You are a possessive bitch about your things, aren't you?
Of course I am. Good point. What titles have you taken up?
Well, many things actually. To start with, my winning smile, my charming personality, my, you know the rest. Linda! You let him see you there.
Told you we get caught.
Not helping them up. Go, get out of here. I will see you later. Oh, Dress! Old friend, oh, you're killing this outfit. Oh, by the way, have you gotten lost again?
Hardly. How could I get so easily distracted when the spoils of war are so close? I can almost touch them.
Of course. The battle is so close on the horizon. The final hurdle to fame and fortune. Well, who will emerge victorious? Only time will tell. Do you have any guesses? Has the betting started?
If I did not have any faith in our truths, then we wouldn't even be here, Dagda.
Of course, I wasn't speaking to you actually, so.
Who?
No, mine, just one of those things, frenzy, madness. Ignore my family. But not you. You should be paying very close attention. I mean, very close. If you have been sleeping, now is the time to wake up again. Now is the time. You! Yes, you in the back with the board match! I'm talking to you! You, yes!
Are you alright? I know that the realities of battle often drain you.
Oh, don't worry about me. I'm perfectly fine as a wife.
Good. Wouldn't want your head to be any less than 100% in the game. Can't have you faltering. I presume that your club will be your weapon of choice then.
Of course. Isn't it always?
Guys. There's a bit of a problem.
What's happened?
Well, I was practicing, like you asked me to. Lifting the sword, swinging it, working on my physical strength to work with my theoretical knowledge. And well, the best performance is from routine and repetition. So it was 20 reps, 2-minute break, repeating.
Lou, I swear, if you don't tell us what happened right this moment.
Sorry. Well, one thing led to another
And?
and I misplaced my sword.
The warrior Lou has misplaced his sword.
Ugh, of course he has. Is it even worth the battle if we're to defeat such pitiful foes?
It will be entertaining at least.
A little bloodshed never hurt anyone, I suppose.
You could not forsake me the chance to practice my sword right now, could you?
I suppose I could not. And it's been too long since we had a good brawl, don't you think? Tara?
Yes, of course.
You've been distracted.
No, I was just thinking.
Since when do you think?
Why did we leave out of her car again?
Enough!
Watch it, fish brains. I know you. And I'm a lot more observant than you give me credit for. I could ruin your fucking life.
What are you implying?
I am implying that there are certain things that you don't want me screaming from the treetops. Certain dalliances that you don't want to become a source of gossip. For the sake of avoiding
Thank
humiliation.
you, Emma. I think I get the picture. Maybe if you spend less time snooping,
Enough!
have more time.
Both of you. Honestly, there's no need for such petty squabbles on the eve of battle, no less.
We really should have left her locked up.
You did what?
I'm sorry, it was an accident.
An accident?
Well, I was reading a chapter on history of forging techniques, and it had gotten really interesting. Did you know that the art of forging dates to at least 4,000 BC and earlier, beginning in the land of Mesopotamia with... Sorry. Well, I didn't notice the sword had fallen until I had long lived the clearing. I must have dropped it somewhere. I do hope it's not damaged, though. It was such good craftsmanship.
Of course. Just a genuine question, not intended to be rude or cruel or demeaning in any way at all, but what the fuck is he doing here?
Well, I know that that question wasn't meant to be rude or cruel or anything anyway, but perhaps that was a little harsh.
Harsh? Oh, okay. I completely understand what you're saying, and I can see how the questions may be interpreted in such a manner. Though, obviously, Luke, you know me, right? That was in no way my intention. Perhaps I will rephrase. Why? Oh, politely. What could have possibly possessed you that you made the most foolhardy decision of your career in choosing this bony, useless, naive, nerdy, four-eyed twig to
simply do not appreciate your daughter's need to poke at me as though my being is a bag of open wounds.
Since when has your temper been so short? Calm yourself.
I am calm.
Ha! And I'm a mule. You should be providing me with counsel on the eve of battle, whether loss or victory house. You should be sharpening my sword and massaging my feet. I'm your king, or do you forget that?
No.
Are you ready to fight for your people?
Yes.
Then relax, honestly. It's like dealing with children. Better.
I'm not massaging your feet.
Of course, my dear.
I understand your hesitancy, old friend. Just know that there is a reason for everything that I do.
I don't.
Then I'm asking you, just this once, trust me.
I don't.
That's good. It's imperative that a team trusts each other in battle. Otherwise, you run the risk of sowing discord and discontent within your ranks. That was number 1 rule of Madam's Chronicle of Warrior Life. Number 2 was always cut up the head of the beast. And number 3 was to run away real fast so the head would brew itself. Number 4 was to always avoid sweetcorn.
Good to know.
Just a genuine question. Why sweet corn?
I'm not sure actually. Probably something to do with genetically modified crops. Not great for the environment. Or organic farmers.
Oh, that makes sense. I like farmers.
You would tell me, wouldn't you? Something's wrong.
Of course. And there's no other way. I was surely felt as that was the only option.
Look around you. The crossroads are far behind us. We're the straight now, Tepper. Sure, even you can see that. You may be a peacekeeper and a speaker of words, but deep down, you're a warrior.
I understand.
I value your company. You're a most treasured friend. And I'm honored to fight by your side.
You guys know I'm still here, right?
Oh, this is nauseating.
Tomorrow we shall fight, and with you by my side, I have no doubt we shall remain undefeated.
To the Flora! Long may we rule.
I just want to say how grateful I am to be in your presence. It's always been a dream of mine.
Shut the fuck up!
You are ready?
How are you feeling?
Is your mind truly set?
Are you all right?
Of course, my king.
When am I not, old friend?
Tomorrow we fight.
Tomorrow, we bring them to their knees.
We'll paint the rivers in his blood!
Yeah, it's just me. Don't worry about two. They'll be back. Feels weird narrating alone. Maybe that's why I created the other. Don't tell them that though. I'll know. So, how are we all feeling? Ah, the jagged silence. Well, don't worry. Our performance has reached its halfway mark. Crazy, right? If you could safely make your way out the door, you will be greeted with a beautiful assortment of snacks. I know, you're welcome. And as for us, we'll be back in exactly 10 minutes. Don't worry, we'll call you. Cowabunga!
Who'll die first, do you think?
Only she knows for certain.
Don't spoil all my fun. Don't tell me you've gone broke.
You offer an explanation.
Always read the fine print, beautiful. Tell me what.
He is weakened, has allowed himself to become so.
How?
Pleasure, festivity, sentiment.
You think?
Don't you?
Okay. I see your wager, and I place my gold on the little mouse face nerd.
You'll lose.
Well, don't I always?
Well, let's see. Once in Brunabunyan, twice in Newfoundland, and again in Dunedin. Yeah, it seems like you do.
Okay, I get it. Dumb and the Neil. Those were the days.
Days, certainly.
You know, those ones didn't even get a look at me. I think they're the first people who ran from me from just the screen. I don't think I've been seen since. Funny how that happens.
Do you miss it?
It's not really different, is it? They're warned, and they run. That's my job. Nothing more, nothing less.
I suppose. It seems rather lonely.
Maybe. But it's been so long now, it's just how it is. It's just existence, right?
I see you.
No, you don't.
I do. I know I don't see people often, and I know I am furthest thing from the ideal being to be seen by, but I do, and you are lovely.
I am not.
But I see you are so.
That you are blind.
Maybe to look upon the divine as I do is to be blinded, but can you fault me for looking?
Move.
Don't go. Listen.
I am listening. I always have been.
Oh, of course you are.
Don't be like that. I do listen. There is no other sound worthy of my notice. When you speak, it is like my heart is calling and I can only follow. What are the words of an average God? When you speak, we are all burning and it is beautiful. Fire against my skin and frozen to the touch. I do listen. I just don't like what I'm hearing.
Of course. I will try to rethink my words in the future.
No, don't. That's not what I want.
You want me one way, and then the other, and then you do not want me at all. You talk of individuality, and holding a straightforward resolve, being truthful to my person, but will you not extend the same grace to me? Explain to me how I have broken this, how any of the blame for our falling and breaking rests upon my shoulders than yours. We were one, and I do understand that distance can widen the cracks in togetherness, and sure, we were less than tender when words were last exchanged. Truth be told, I hoped that we would maintain a semblance of friendship despite it, but you have attempted to vex me ever since we have been reunited, as though we celebrated a farewell rather than a see you later. And I will not bear it any longer.
You think I am the one who has changed?
Perhaps.
You have been cold and stiff with me since we have arrived. I simply took your silence.
I have always been quiet. You never had an issue.
But not like this, never like this. You can barely look at me.
I looked as often as I dared. Perhaps I was nervous to see you again.
Were you?
Yes. The time apart had become longer than I anticipated, and I began to build up our farewell as something more and more concrete with each passing day. We had changed, and I was frightened
Of me?
to look you in the eye and see that you no longer loved me.
Thank you for being honest with me.
Of course. And I apologize.
So do I. Sit with me. Do you remember that day in the village when the crops died and the people murdered each other as they starved?
I remember.
They painted the cobbles in blood in some last-ditch attempt to survive,
As though death was some wild creature that could be fed into losing interest in you.
And when finally the last of the rats scrambled into their holes, well fed by the corpses, forgiven by their peers, the winter came to kill them.
We had salmon. Best I've ever tasted.
It's funny, if they hadn't killed their fishing team a week into the suffering, they might just have survived. That stream was packed with salmon, basically asking for me.
People can be so silly.
I agree.
You know, it's odd. It feels like a lifetime since we played the waiting game like this.
I suppose it has. You just have to choose a creature for whom that lifetime aligns.
True. True.
I like to pick the changeling. A fairy soul in human form. No more different to humans than they are to each other. 90 years. You've had 2 of those. Did you wait for me? Who else would I wait for?
Lots of things. Fetch.
Don't insult my taste. Fetch was your Euclid, not mine. She is the last creature I would ever choose to make my mortal companion. She has issues with boundaries, but also just in general. Death? She is my purpose. You know that.
Yeah.
She is my purpose. My very soul, my drive and my conviction. She has my loyalty.
Yeah. I know.
No. Don't. She has my loyalty, but only you, beloved, hold my heart.
Oh. How did these nights usually end?
We parted ways as darkness fell.
You back to your carriage.
Back to your cave.
And in the morning?
We'll see the fields drowned in blood.
I'll look forward to it.
As will I. Good night, doll. Good night, Anne.
I may call the day the play day today.
That sounded funny. I'm not ready for it to be over just yet.
The day of reckoning is upon us. On one side, we have the more forward and inexperienced in the sheets.
Not a word of a lie.
Oh, you would know, wouldn't you?
And on the other side, the mighty, the ferocious, the two-hearted one, the new god of iron!
That's certainly the spirit.
Still sticking by your bet?
Well, I'm no quitter.
They all survived the night at least.
The morning deaths are far more fun. You get to see the morning on their faces when all is said and done.
And the satisfaction on mine as you hand me that bag of gold.
What can I say? It's a pretty face.
Sucker.
Have the bets been cast? Well, hopefully. I mean, dude, tell them not to bet all their purse after all the house always wins. But I must say, a little like death that way, isn't it? Are you guys excited? All those bloodthirsty faces. This is the fight we've all been waiting for.
When words have sharpened themselves to blades, all that's left of us is war.
What are you doing?
And what a shame that words could not be our weapons. But that was never how this was going to end. Was it? Whose fault is that? Do we blame you? Do we blame the audience? After all, how could you find entertainment in a diplomatic discussion?
Ekwa, stop.
Do you laugh? Do we fall upon our enemy's souls for some cheap form of entertainment?
Ekwa, stop.
How could you find entertainment in a diplomatic discussion?
We promised to fight, and a fight they will have. Stop speaking, Pepper. The loss of favors will seal your fate.
My fate was sealed on the first laugh that left your lungs, of the first words that left your lips. Fuck you! Fuck all of you! You fucking villain! You fucking tyrant! I'll give you a fucking villain! Nevermore, and chaos, and nature, and death. I walk that way to describe life and death. And today, callous audience, we battle with death!
Death is unavoidable.
Perhaps in the long run, but that does not make the fight any less meaningful.
He knows he's going to die.
Of course he does. You fashioned him after all. There was no other way this would end.
She's gonna enjoy this one.
She always does.
Raise your club like that.
Never stop.
Raise it!
Stop them! The god of madness and lust. Officially ordained in the frenzy of battle. God of sea, defeated. He is banished to the other world to live rest of all days. Leader of a lost world. King, excuse me.
Balor, so-called king of the Fomor, I scorn you and those that follow you. You would do best to retreat now to your little caves and leave this isle forevermore.
Rest. You are a king so foolish, do you think I'd even consider that course of action?
A king so merciful.
A king so cowardly.
You were a fool to challenge me.
And you were a fool to leave. We could have made something. We could have built something of all this.
Never! I could never be your lapdog. Not when you were far too slim to hold that leash. You are an insult among warriors.
You are an insult among gods. A king so weak.
At least I'm not cruel.
Oh, he's got you there.
Etna, don't just stand there. Go kill that nerd boy so we can get on with this.
It's funny, Father. You thought that I would ever fight by your side. After you imprisoned me, wounded me, locked me in that tower! Oh, I scorn you. And I leave you to this mess. Make for freedom. If you survive this, do not follow, or it will be my sword in your gut. Good luck with it.
Etna!
Even your own daughter forsakes you.
You are a fool to test me now.
Wait!
Roll 5 of Nemo's Chronicle of War and Life. All these rays of sword on first. The shield will surely follow. It's funny, he did a kite shield to the head in battle with the
Well, would you look at that, folks? Looks like we have a winner. What a day, what a game. And two-hearted Wonnen have won it against all the odds. Thrice, King of Gods, please tell me, how do you feel right now?
Well, Dagda, I am so grateful to my team who allowed me to vanquish these agents of chaos here, today. I only wonder what we could have done had our two sides come to some peaceful agreement. Maybe.
What's done is done. A tasteless tale, well run its course of highs and lows and far and friend. And now that I've had my fill of fun, let's take this yarn and tuck it back into bed. It's easy said forget and turn the page when stories show that empty pages rhyme. An endless creature bears the sight of age, but bags a blind spot for the mortal eye. What could have, would have happened is futile here. What's past is past the carrying point for some. And those that are left on the plain of tears must move their feet and distance themselves from what's been done. What's done is done to those now gone. For here and there and close and near, we're done, my dear.
I suppose it's over, isn't it?
The battle, yes. There will be more.
There always is.
Gods are fidgety creatures, humans even more so. History has a funny habit of repeating itself.
Oh, your weddings? See? Didn't I tell you it's a pretty face?
So you did. Did I tell you, though, that your amusement when you feel the need to say I told you so is even prettier?
No, you didn't.
It's like early morning starlight.
You flatter me.
I am quite sincere, my lady.
In that case, if we are in the habit of being sincere, I would like more compliments in the future. That is, of course, unless you are trying to soften me.
As long as you enjoy it, the end result is trivial. I like to watch you squirm.
There it is. There's the real you. I told you you were different.
Perhaps you were right. I was also, however, less than pleased with you. I was working on your energy.
Well, don't use my words against
Oh,
you.
but they apply so well, sweetheart.
When do you leave?
Soon.
And when will I see you again?
I don't know. Are you gonna shout at me?
No.
Really appreciate it.
I never did apologize for that, did I? For last time.
Indeed, it's in the past. We were both harsher than we needed to be, and we simply have to endeavor not to repeat it.
In that case, I will miss you.
And I you?
Parting in such sweet sorrows.
I'll look for it.
And I'll be listening.
Until again we meet.
Goodbye, Laura.
Farewell, my love.
The passing of a moment lost to choice can be a mournful part for those who mourn. What's lost is lost to the failing of the voice. Finality said sadly hearing story. She may not know you part with such a sense. Your final words place glad in their eyes. You have to know this distance is for the best. You too were dreaming, chasing fireflies. Desires rest in people, not in tools, or omens of demise that part and meet. So, let the distance rest your heart, dear fool. Rearrange yourself and let the game complete. The Dullahan, my head in the street of breath. Forget not now, I am your keeper. Yeah.
Let's go.
dark. What happened?
I'm not entirely sure.
It smelled faintly of glitter and the lost souls of drowned society arts officers. I've so much to consider. So much.
There, you're back now.
Where were you? It was so dark I couldn't see you.
I was just over there.
Just over there?
Yeah,
What were you doing over there?
I wanted to watch.
Why couldn't I watch?
I don't know. Anyway, the show, the adventure, it's not over yet.
It's not?
No, Miss Girl.
Good. And they won't send me back there for this one, right? I can stay here.
It should be safe.
And this one has a happy ending, right?
I guess we'll have to see. We're traveling to a new age of folklore. One that's fun and chaotic and has the same energy as a low-budget production of the Deadpool movie franchise.
Which story do you think would look like?
You'd think that, wouldn't you? But the writers just keep on writing them, so surely someone must enjoy them.
New age folklore, you say? Surely you mean the fantasy genre, a lot of special effects and human X-drag and enemies to lovers fanfic for IRL with a suspicious lack of tags.
Not quite. Think more courtroom drama.
What?
Hello? Hello? Is anybody there? Tilla, you're trying to scare me. It's not gonna work. 'Cause I'm super brave. And I'm not afraid of anything. Ah! Who's there?
Me.
Oh. Okay. Wait, who are you?
I am one of the most feared and hated creatures in all the realm. I thrive in chaos and delight in trickery. Many have cursed my kind with their dying breath.
Are you a goblin?
Worse,
An ogre?
keep going.
A dragon?
Nay, I am a lawyer.
A lawyer?
Yes, to be exact, I am your lawyer.
But why do I need a lawyer?
Allow me to answer that question with a question. What is the last thing you remember?
Well, we were frolicking and playing with the enchanted forest. It was with my friends. Tulip, Daisy, Lavender, Lilac, Bluebell, Daisy, Poppy.
Okay. I get it. You have a lot of friends. Don't rub it in my face. What happened after that?
There was a basket full of honey and jam and other delicious treats. I went over to go look, but something hit me in the back of my head. Everything went black. It was kind of like falling asleep, but more painful. And then I woke up here. Where is here?
We are in court,
Seelie Court?
district court.
But why?
Listen, kid. Hibernia is changing. It is no longer safe for people like you. There are people out there that want you dead.
Dead? Why would anyone want me dead? I'm super nice to everyone.
There is no time to explain. What is important is that I can get you off.
You're not really my type?
No. Get you off in a legal sense. I can help you, but you need to stay calm, do it exactly as I say,
And above all, not incriminate yourself.
Okay? I'll do it.
Do it. Stay here. I'm going to collect my briefs.
All right, for the court. The first sitting of the Mythical Creatures Court is now in session.
But why do we need a mythical creature?
Up. I wasn't finished. Now, why does one need a Mythical Creatures Court? I hear you ask. Well, to answer that question, one must go back to 10 years ago, to when your foxy little island was conquered by our great and glorious empire. Since then, debate has raged as your fate as a nation, but eventually it was decided that, despite their inferiority, the Celtics should have the great honor of being incorporated into our empire. But you see, being part of an empire requires a certain conformity, and it is for that reason that His Most Sovereign King Henry has appointed me Judge Executioner and tasked me with purging those who do not conform, in much the same way bad blood can be sucked out by leeches. My first assignment? To rid the nation of these so-called mythical creatures, like you.
Me?
If I am not mistaken, you stand accused of being a fairy.
No, that's not true. I'm just an ordinary, regular, human person.
How do you please?
Not guilty.
Are you sure? It'd be a lot easier for me if you pled guilty.
Yes, I'm sure.
Fine. Please state your name for the register.
Fairy Blossom, at your service.
Well, that was surprisingly easy. Guilty!
Objection!
You object? Well, I object to your objection.
I reject your objection to my objection.
I didn't expect your rejection of my objection to your objection. Who are you?
A lawyer.
Lawyers.
Weren't you a lawyer before you were a judge?
Oh dear me, no, it's a hereditary position. I inherited it from my father. But anyway, what are the grounds for your objection?
My client was simply stating her name for the register. First name Fairy, last name Blossom.
You really expect me to believe that her name is Fairy, but she's not an actual fairy?
Many people have the same first name as a mythical creature. My first name is Phoenix, but that doesn't mean I'm going to burst into flames and rise from the ashes.
Your name is Phoenix.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
No, it's your second name, right.
Are you asking me if I have the correct second name?
No, it's your second name, right. W-R-I-G-H-T.
Oh, no. It's wrong.
What's wrong?
My second name?
It's the wrong second name.
No. My second name is wrong. W-R-O-N-G.
Oh, right.
No, wrong.
Are you guys being confusing on purpose?
Well, how about this, Phoenix? It says right here that your client was seen frolicking joyfully on no less than 3 separate occasions.
What? Is it illegal to be happy now?
It's suspicious is what it is. Nobody in this wretched country should be happy. Is there not a potato found?
No. Not to my knowledge.
Oh. Well, there will be soon with the amount of agricultural land being confiscated.
What?
And furthermore, your client was seen spreading around some form of magical fairy dust, which caused joy and cheer in all who encountered it.
Dust. That makes people happy. It seems to me that my client was simply dispensing cocaine, to which we are used to crime.
It is a crime.
Oh.
Cocaine.
You're stuck between a rock and a hard place for this one.
No!
Tell the truth.
I'm pretty sure the truth would be more incriminating.
Oh. In that case, don't tell the truth.
I've heard enough. I'm bringing proceedings to a close. Send in the next defendant.
What about us?
You can stand in the corner over there. Phoenix, you can lawyer?
Well, I am her lawyer as well.
You're beginning to annoy me, Phoenix. Who are you and why are you so intent on making things difficult for me?
Once upon a time, I was known as a Grimm.
I've heard of the Bretons. Nothing but a gaggle of misfits and lunatics making a mockery of civilized law. I thought they were all wiped out in the war 10 years ago.
I hid in a bush.
Of course you did. Please state your name for the register.
Agatha Winterwex, Your Honor.
Please, call me Julian.
Of course, Your Honor.
Nice hat.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth.
You're holding it upside down.
There are no rules against throwing your Bible upside down, Master Jack.
Look, she's obviously a witch. It's irrefutable.
You have no evidence of that.
Look at her hat.
It keeps the rain off.
Records show that she lives in a house made of gingerbread.
But people can't be picking this economy. I live in a hedge. I receive my education in a hedge.
She's been brewing all manner of foul concoctions in her cauldron.
Hey, don't you knock my soup until you tried it?
And the last man who crossed her ends up dead of a horrible curse that caused him to shrivel up and waste away.
I love gingerbread.
He must have had some sort of disease. There's a lot of this going around. Nobody knows anything about basic hygiene.
Speak for yourself, Phoenix. I've washed my hands twice this week already. And I took a bath only last month. Whenever I drop a piece of food, I'm always sure to make the sign of the cross to cleanse us. Well, you're distracting me. I know for a fact that she's been brewing love potions. All across the realm, women are falling in love with men that they should never have fallen in love with. Take Harriet, for example. She should never have married Charles. The man's a dreadful boy and an idiot to boot. He must have used a love potion brewed by her. There is no other way that she would have chosen him over a clearly superior man like me. and other examples too, of course.
So, is everything okay there, Your Honor?
I don't think witches do love potions.
Silence! Make a closing statement.
With respect, Your Honor, the accusation of witchcraft has long been used by insecure men who feel threatened by powerful women.
Oh, don't give me that. I'm not a sexist. I love women.
That isn't exactly what a misogynist would say. Just your suggestion.
Name one woman you have a good relationship with. Not Harriet.
This is ridiculous.
You probably do not think women should be allowed to vote.
In my defense, I don't think anyone should be allowed to vote. It's a laughable notion. Asking the peasants who they think should be in charge? No. Aristocracy. The only proper way of doing things.
That's not the point. The point is, if you're condemning me, you're condemning every young girl who wants to be different. To go against the grain, to be anything other than society's perfect little lady. So if being a strong, independent woman is being a witch, then burn me at the stake!
Your words have given me much to think about, young lady. Kids dismissed.
I think that went well.
I guess you could say our plan went off without a witch.
In retrospect, that was a mistake.
Sit with the fairy. Phoenix, is there any reason why you're still here?
Well, I'm the lawyer for the next defendant.
For heaven's sake, Phoenix, I've had it up to here with you. You know, this week alone, I have been bitten by a werewolf, stepped on by a giantess, screamed at by a banshee, and stabbed by a unicorn, and I only enjoyed one of those things. I am quickly losing my patience.
Wait, why have you been attacked by so many little creatures?
Well, if you must know, it's because I'm the one in charge of hunting them down.
It's true, he smashed on my door and dragged me here.
Wait, so you're in charge of hunting mythical creatures and sentencing them? It seems like different people should be doing those things.
Well, unfortunately, King Henry, in his limitless wisdom, has granted me a limited budget with which to carry out my quest. Doing everything myself is more efficient.
Well, that seems like a conflict of interest.
Well, technically, I'm also the prosecution. Surely that's a bigger conflict of interest.
This is a kangaroo court.
No, it's mythical creatures court, you imbecile.
Wait, does that mean you were the one that hit me over the head?
Haven't you tried to save money in other ways?
Of course I have. That's why this courtroom is just 2 desks in the middle of a field.
I wasn't going to say anything about that.
Getting hit in the head really hurts, you know.
And these papers in front of me aren't even real legal documents. They're just some script to a shitty play.
Oh, play? What's it called?
It's Seelie Court.
Oh, you shouldn't have that. And whatever you do not read it to the end.
Fine. I've never been one for the theatre anyway. Nothing but a gaggle of misfits and vagabonds, wandering about on stage, doing their silly little accents, boring the audience half to death. Fox hunts, now those are proper entertainment.
Well, I for one think that theater is an important creative outlet that lets people express
Oh,
themselves.
shut up! Send in the next defendant.
He needs to be invited in.
Of course he does. Come in, Vlad.
You need to be a bit more clearer about it.
Vladimir Van Nightstalker. I give you express permission to enter this courthouse.
Vlad is a very polite person, you see.
Yes, I am very polite.
Would you like to swear the Bible, Vlad?
The Bible? No. Holy, sacred, scary. Not for me, no.
Do you really intend to insult my intelligence by arguing that this man is not a vampire?
A vampire!
A vampire? What? That's a ridiculous accusation. He's just an atheist.
We'd also execute him for being an atheist, you know?
Oh. He's not an atheist. But he's also not a vampire.
How do you explain how pale he is?
It's just a you-talking thing. You're always on the damn phones.
And the teeth?
Must be some sort of TikTok trend.
A tick-tock? What does the sound a clock makes have to do with anything, Phoenix?
Never mind.
And what about the fact that he reportedly never comes out during the day?
Well, everyone has different schedules.
When I entered his castle, I witnessed him with my own eyes sucking out a man's bodily fluids.
If it was in the privacy of his own castle.
No, I meant his blood. I obviously meant his blood.
Blood? Oh, that's a new one. But hey, who are we to judge? I mean, you are the judge.
And when he saw me, he attempted to escape by transforming into a bat.
A bat?
Yes,
You saw this man transform into a bat.
yes.
I'm not sure I can help you out here with this one, buddy. Why didn't you just open up with that argument?
Hindsight. This court is now in recess while I prepare my judgments.
All in all, I think that went well.
Well, if that was your best, I think this is your worst.
I transform you into a worm, but that be an improvement.
I suck your blood while worry about catching worms.
Everybody stop! Phoenix might not be perfect, but he's trying to help us. Bickering amongst ourselves isn't going to accomplish anything. We need to stick with each other and work together to find a way out of this mess. Because I'll be damned if I'm going down without a fight! Or whatever. I don't know.
No, you're right. Agatha, do you have any potions you can use?
He confiscated them all. I could brew one that allows us to fly, though.
Yes, that's great. You could all fly away and escape when he's not looking. What are the ingredients?
Oh, just fairy blood.
That would never work. Because the only fairy blood around is inside me. But you wouldn't be able to get it out without cutting me open. Oh my god!
involve killing one of us. All we need to do is get our heads together.
This is over. I could hear everything you were saying, just so you know.
Well, let's hear the verdict. And then...
Berry Blossom. Guilty. Agatha Weatherwax. Guilty. Vladimir Van Nightstalker. Guilty.
Well, it's not all of the defendant thing is decided.
All three are sentenced to death.
Well, we have time to appeal.
The sentences will be carried out at once by me.
So guys, this might be a bad time, but I usually charge a fee for myself.
Dead? Wait, I'm already dead. So I've served my sentence.
I suppose that does make sense, yes. Fine, you can go.
So long, suckers.
I don't really mind the death sentence either. Like, have him just resurrect me. See y'all now!
Well, I guess I don't really mind a death sentence either because. Oh wait, I do mind the death sentence. Please don't kill me.
The weight of carrying out justice is a heavy one to bear. I think I'll be fine though.
Well, I guess this is goodbye. Thanks for everything. Oh, hey, this is payment. I got it from a leprechaun after I shared my pot with him.
Oh, thank you.
Tell my friends I love them. Except Tulip's kind of a bitch.
Stop!
Get out of my way, Phoenix. It's out of your hands.
I won't let you hurt her.
You're being foolish. It'll be years before we come for people like you. Why should you care what happens to her?
Because I love her.
Ah.
Platonically. I love you platonically. And if you want to touch a head on a head, you'll have to go through me to do it.
Oh, don't make me vomit. You really think that you can stand in the way of justice? I see.
Yeah, not so tough now, huh?
You reckon without one thing, Phoenix. You see, mine is much longer than yours and has seen far more action. Also, I have a sword while you only
I'm aware.
On guard!
Stop.
Who are you and what are you doing in my courtroom?
That's the narrator.
What the fuck is a narrator?
What are you doing here? You're ruining our epic fight scene.
Yeah, the fight scene isn't happening anymore.
Fight scene?
Hello? People who can break the fourth wall are talking.
Fool! I shall strike you down for your insolence!
Dude, your sword is made of plastic.
Wait, why is our fight scene being cancelled? It was going to be epic.
Time constraints. We only have about 10 minutes left, so wrap this up, guys.
Well, that's not our fault.
What are you insinuating?
A folktale playing war games went on for way too long. Maybe they should have cut their fight scene.
We can't cut from a folktale playing war games. It's a masterpiece.
Subjective. The dead speech is kind of dry. And the shy, nerdy guys are becoming the hero. Pretty cliche if you ask me.
Oh, shut up. A folktale playing war games has everything. Tragedy, comedy, drama, romance, death. What does the Seelie Court have? A bunch of Ace Attorney references that no one's going to get and stupid British accents.
I have no idea what's going on here.
Well, why did you try cutting from Brothers Grimm?
I did. We had a whole Hansel and Gretel scene.
hours.
Wait, how do we know who wins the fight?
It's written in the script. It's on the table.
What an odd encounter.
I'm going to look at you.
Hold on, no. I want to look at this script. If it truly allows one to see the outcome of future events, perhaps I end up with Harriet.
I don't trust you.
But I don't trust you either. Barry, look at the script and tell us who wins the fight.
Okay. Let's see. It says here that the battle lasts many hours, but as the fighters near exhaustion, Judge Executioner finds an opening and stabs at Phoenix's heart.
Aha!
However, at the last moment, the blade bounces off the gold in Phoenix's breast pocket, allowing him to disarm the judge. Welcome, Phoenix. Phoenix holds the blade to the judge's throat, but chooses to drop his weapon. He pulls the judge into a loving embrace and gives him
That can't be in the script. That's ridiculous.
Well, I wouldn't say any goodness. You have a bit of chemistry. But yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Okay, full disclosure, I don't know how to read.
Stupid fairy. Yes, neither do I. Phoenix, look at the script and tell us who wins the fight.
Me. I win.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
No, you made a crap out of me.
Oh, come on!
I'm sorry I'm not a good liar.
Are we taking that?
Where are you heading to?
I'm off to collect the axe for the executions.
Executions? As in loaded?
Well, yes, you pulled a knife on me. That's an automatic death sentence, not to mention the cocaine.
Can I appeal?
Oh no, we need to get out of here. I don't want to die.
There's nowhere to run. We are boxed in. There's a wall to our left, a second wall to our right, and a third wall behind us.
Oh, out there. There's no fourth wall. We can get up that way.
There is a fourth wall, and we messed with it enough.
Oh, I'm too young to die. I'm only 400.
Well, how do you think I feel? I'm only 30 and 400.
Yeah, fairies don't really age, but ignoring that, I thought you were 40 at least. Being a lawyer must be really stressful.
It is.
I returned. Kneel. By the power vested in me by King Henry, it is my solemn duty to execute his will by... I might just skip this bit. It's not like either of you two are going to tell, because you'll be dead. Any last words?
Oh, bingo!
What?
Bingo! It's a fun word, so I want it to be my last. Bingo! I said it again, so that way it would be my actual last word. Bingo! Oh, it's not fun anymore. Bongo!
All right. Any last words, Phoenix?
I have a confession.
Make it a quick one.
The reason I care so much about mythical creatures is because I am one.
You are?
Yes. My mother was a mermaid, and my father a centaur.
Oh, so you got the human half from both, is that right?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. No, wait a minute. Because mermaids and centaurs both have a human top half and an animal bottom half. So if you're the child of a mermaid and a centaur, then where does your human bottom half come from?
Oh. Haven't we thought about it in that way?
Was there a minotaur in your early life by any chance?
Oh. Just Keith. Keith was my mom's best friend. Dad never liked Keith.
back, you know. Oh, thank you. Excuse me, just one moment. Take your time.
Don't let us rush you.
Wait. How is it a phone in a fantasy setting?
You're right, that doesn't make any sense.
Wait. On second thought, it makes perfect sense for a fantasy setting. There's probably a little gnome hiding inside of it.
Yeah, I thought so. Hello? Hello? Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay, good. What's happening? What? How? Since when? All right. Thanks for telling me, man. Anyway, guys. Hey, you know what? We need to hang out sometime. You know, go for drinks or something. You know that? Hello? Hello? I have just received some very disturbing news. His Most Sovereign King Henry has overturned the law.
Wait. Which law?
All of us. The entire thing.
He can do that?
Apparently, it seems that he wanted to marry his dead brother's wife, or his dead wife's brother, or his wife's dead brother, or something, and there was too much red tape, so he just got bored and he just got rid of the law.
Wait. What will the ramifications be?
I assume a lot of ramifications, but only time will tell.
Huh. Wait, does this mean we're free to go?
Why would you be free to go?
Well, I mean, it can't be illegal to be a mythical creature if there's no law. Duh.
And it can't be illegal to be an attempted murderer either. Or have cocaine.
I suppose that does make sense, yes. It's a bit disappointing, really, after all that effort I went through. Then again, I am glad, because sooner or later, somebody was going to figure out that I was a werewolf.
Oh, we're saved! I've been given a second chance at life. I can't wait to go back to the Enchanted Forest with all my friends.
Great. Let's go.
For what?
Enchanted Forest. I can't wait to meet your friends. Except Tulip, apparently.
Oh, this is awkward. You thought I meant both of us?
Yeah.
See, I don't want to make this weird or anything, but the Enchanted Forest is kind of like a safe space for people like me. It's not really for people like you.
Oh. Yes. Right. I understand.
Great.
Well, we can meet up at some point of time, right?
We'll circle back to that.
So am I circling back to you? Or are you circling back to me?
We'll figure that out.
Am I circling back to you? Or are you circling back to me? I don't know what the narrator was saying about this play. This play is amazing. It's got everything. Suspense, comedy, twists, the entire lot. My one problem would be that it keeps going on, and out of nowhere, it just ends.
Well, it's quite simple, my friend.
You tell?
Stories.
Stories?
You're a story, I'm a story, that lady over there in the audience is a story. Hell, I think she's watching a story. But when you get to take a step back and see it with your own eyes, for a while, you become someone else's story, whether it be their omen or happy ending.
Whose story am I then, genius?
Some dude named Connor, I think.
But no, that can't be the end. What happens when it's all over?
Hush now, child. You had fun though, right?
Fun? I'm having my very tiny existential crisis, and you're asking me if I had fun?
It was great, right guys?
What was I made?
I can't help you there, buddy.
Who am I?
Take a BuzzFeed quiz and be done with it. Now, don't you wrap up?
You always liked Now before he better than me.
Can you blame me? He narrated the downfall of Mr. Beast, the mockumentary. You did relatively decently in this one, I guess.
Do you guys think so too?
Yeah.
Oh, I think so too. Oh, I wish this would last forever.
Close the curtain!
Okay, one.
Yeah, two?
I think I like the story after all.
Thank you everyone for coming. I am Shauna, I'm the chairperson of the Drama Society, and me and my lovely assistants have a few people to thank tonight. Because we are short on time, I'm going to ask them all to come up to the stage all at once, and then we'll do our little speeches, and then we'll run out of here before they lock us in. So can Susie, Isabel, Cara, Gwenna, and Fionn all come up to the stage, pretty please. Thank you very much. Oh my god, there's so many of you. Come on, hurry it up, hurry up. Okay. First of all, thank you. This one is for Cara. Wonderful director of Folktale playing board games. The thing that I wrote, and she brought it to life so lovingly and with such care, and we love her so much. And thank you so much. Fionn is our wonderful tech officer. We love tech here in UL Drama Society, and so much work goes into it behind the scenes, and it just deserves so much love and support. So thank you, Fionn. She wanted daffodils, but they didn't have them. Gwen is our wonderful stage manager, working behind the scenes. She does such a great job, really made, like, this role was literally made for her, so she does a great job, so thank you so much. Isabel is one of our other directors, directed Seelie Court, which is the last one you saw up there. Wonderful, like, brought it to life with such fun and whimsy and joy, and so thank you so much, Isabel. We have Susie, our wonderful productions officer and also director of Brothers Grimm. Susie literally made this role his own, like took charge of Tech Week, organization of the entire production. He put so much work into this, so thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming tonight and supporting us. We hope you have a wonderful night. The curtains, if you please.